I greet you, viewers all over the world. I sincerely appreciate you for following the series of prophecy towards the new Nigeria. And by the grace of God, the new Nigeria will come to pass. We are already on a journey. It is a spiritual journey. And this journey is a journey of faith. Like I used to tell you, you need faith. I need faith. If my faith and your faith join together, then we will get the desired results. God is not a magician. We have seen from the time immemorial, from the time of Adam and Eve down to this point, God is not a magician. He gives you His word and His word comes to pass. When you receive it, when you work on it, you will get results. Results will come if we continue to do that which God wants us to do. Today, prophecy is a prophecy that personally I don't even like to speak, but I just have to say it because that's the message I'm receiving. I keep receiving the same message. It's similar to last week, but I just have to sound it, tell you what is ahead of you, what is ahead of me, so that we can channel our prayer in the right perspective. Today, prophecy is that more calamities, economic calamities, they are coming, more economic calamities. What we have now is not good, but I must be realistic with you. From the message I'm receiving, more economic calamities are coming because the message I receive is that God is angry with Nigeria. God is angry with us. When I say God is angry with us, not every one of us, but majority. When there is increase in transgression, iniquity increases, and you see the way of darkness looking as if is the order of the day. But because of our faith, because of our irresistible faith, continuous, consistent, persevering faith, the wicked, the unrighteous will come down, will be brought down. You will see the unrighteous being brought down. Today, prophecy is that God is angry with this nation. And because of the anger, expect more economic calamities. More economic calamities. More economic calamities. God is angry with Bat. God is angry with Yakub Mahmoud, the INEC chairman, that told Nigeria that, oh, he's going to follow the electronic process, the electoral process, and he did not follow it. And he didn't come out to tell Nigeria, I am sorry, this is what happened. What they said happened a glitch. What is glitch? It's just human nonsense to use to mess up people's mind, it's just fallacy, and that's a lie. There is nothing like glitch. It is human effort, deliberate act, because we saw this in the vision. I saw it and I told you beforehand in October 14 and October 10, 2022 that there will be rigging, and I said this rigging will be discovered. The rigging had been discovered, nothing was done. Because of this rigging, God is angry with Yakub Mahmoud. The anger of the Lord is upon this nation. God is angry with Bat because that throne, that presidency in the spirit realm is not recognized. It is instituted by manipulation of men and by the powers of the vampires. These vampires, we saw their activity in Abuja, the activity of witchcraft coming together and say, we want this man. And that's why God is angry with Nigeria. Any nation that go to other gods, God will be angry with them. God is angry with those that refuse to accept the truth, those that reject truth. The truth is that Peter Obi won that election because the prophecy came since 2022. I sound this prophecy that the chosen person is Peter Obi, and this person will win. And I told you that this person will not be given that position, that Bat will be shakingly declared president. I sounded to you in September 26, 2022. But what did they do? They refused the truth. I said it that there will be revolution, that the youth revolution is stipulated, that because we are unrepentant and we are stiff-necked, that this revolution will lead to the court to settle this matter by political means. But because the revolution was not carried out, the similitude at which Peter Obi came in was in the similitude of Christ that died on the cross, and then nothing happened. But that doesn't mean the judiciary should not stand for the truth. The judiciary, they failed God. The judiciary, they failed God. The judiciary, they failed God. I want to sound this, that God is angry with judiciary that went against injustice. The judiciary, God is angry with them. God is angry with Nigerians who collect 5,000. Oh, because of 5,000, you vote for people. God is angry with them. God is angry with people, that politicians that are looting this nation treasury. God is angry with those, because I see in the vision some people that are adversaries. You are not clean. You are also looking for your selfish desire. God is angry with those people. God is angry with those that oppose the new Nigeria. God is angry with those that said that even if we know that all the parameters are there to show that Bat will not stay there, we will put him there. It's in this nation you see that even when your result is fake, they say leave it like that. God is angry with this nation. This nation, on the 29th of May, they violated the will of the Almighty. The nakedness of this nation was exposed. There was a bad odor. God is angry with this nation. The Bible tells me that God is angry with the wicked every day. Because of the anger, expect more economic calamity. What we are saying is just a starting point. A time will come, because of the vision I saw, the money that the big men have will be smelling. A time will come, you will carry your money to the market, and the market you will not see what to buy. You will be angry to buy things because the money will be valueless. So those of you that are stealing money thinking you are enjoying, you are going to come to a point where you yourself, you will be asking yourself, what is happening? Because there will be a state of confusion in CBN. CBN governor cannot handle this matter. Because the vision I saw, the CBN governor, the other adversaries, they are adversaries to the federal government, they came together and all of them scatter, and I saw those that were on their own selfish mission. And by the time they come together to work together, their work burned. Their work burned. Their work burned. I saw it. And then as the work burned, I saw Nigeria economy burn. You will see what will happen. You will see dollar will go down a little, it will skyrocket again. Because they will have no control. They have already entered into the Red Sea on the 29th. It was a spiritual words I speak to you with all my heart. I told you that these people have entered into the Red Sea. God made everything available for them to choose life. God said, I give you life, I give you death, choose life so that you can live. But they choose death, and we are in it. We are in it. But for the righteous, I speak unto you, the righteous, my brother, my sister, you will flourish in this hard time. You will flourish in this hard time. I pray for you watching me, you will not struggle. In the name of Jesus, you will flourish. You will flourish. I speak it as God's servant by the authority in the name of Jesus. Receive it. You that are because of position, because of these mundane things, you are in judiciary, you manipulate things, God is angry with you. Yakub Mahmoud, God is angry with you. Those people that are opposing the new Nigeria, God is angry with you. We saw life with those of you, because of what you will eat and drink and money, you are going against the will of God. God is angry with you. God is angry with this nation.
I'm sure that we have all heard everything Pastor Kingsley have to say concerning our country, Nigeria. He has revealed that God is angry with Tinubu and that more economic crisis is coming to Nigeria. You see, a lot of things is already happening in Nigeria. People are going through so much stress in Nigeria at the moment. So I want to urge us, first of all, before I start saying whatever I want to say, that we should do well to remember to pray for our country, Nigeria. You see, life right now in Nigeria is not easy. Life is not easy in Nigeria. If you are outside Nigeria, you can communicate with people that are in Nigeria right now. You will know that life right now in Nigeria is a mess for so many people. So please join us and pray for our country, Nigeria. Now, there is something important I want to say. You see, I don't understand why our leaders why they are so heartless and wicked. I every day I think about it and I wonder, is it that these people, they are not human beings or something, or they have a heart of stone, or blood does not flow through their veins or something? Because it is only a man that does not have a heart that will be watching people they are supposed to be serving go through so much stress without them doing anything about it. It's like a father or a mother watching their children going through hardship when they have the means and the ability to help them come out of that hardship. How would you feel as a father or as a mother to watch your child or your children starving, and some of them doing all manner of things just to survive, when you have the resources, the means and the power to help them get something to eat, when you have what it takes to actually provide food for them to eat? You see, that is the case of Nigeria right now. Our leaders, people that are supposed to be serving us, people that are supposed to act like as fathers and mothers to us, they are the people milking the country dry and not even concerned about their citizens. Tinubu is supposed to be like the father of Nigeria, but right now he does not even care. Or will I say that the people around him does not tell him the things happening in the country? Even though they don't tell him, is it that he himself, he does not look at what is happening online, listening to what people are saying on the internet? Does he not watch news or something? Because if he watches all this and he's still watching Nigerians complain like this, then I can safely say that he's an evil somebody. Because it is only a wicked somebody, a wicked father, that will be watching their children go through hardship and they will not want to do anything about it. So I'm calling on the president of Nigeria to please do something about what is happening in Nigeria right now, especially the economic calamities that Pastor Kingsley says is coming. The president must do all he can to try to wage that storm, to make sure that it does not happen. Not to make the pastor or the prophet a fake person, or to say that his word did not come to pass. I believe that the purpose of men of God in a society, in our life, is to be able to give us direction, to say this is what God wants to do, this is what will happen, and this is what is about to happen. Then we now take the necessary step, the necessary measures to make sure that the calamities that are coming does not befall us. It does not mean that the man of God or the prophet is a fake one. They have brought the message, just like what King Hezekiah did. They told him that God said you are going to die. And he went back. He said, I've heard you. And he went back and he prayed to God. He was asking God, if I die, who is going to do this? Reminding God of the things he does. And God said, okay, I am adding more years to your age. And he sent back the prophet to go and tell him that he is adding more age to his years. It does not mean that the prophet is a fake person. He reported what God said, and the person he reported to went to intercede and went to beg God and went to pray to God, and God changed whatever he has already said. If God has said that calamities are going to befall Nigeria, we can go out there as a nation, our president, his people, everybody can go out there and pray to God and tell God, please don't let this thing happen in our land. And try to do every other thing they can do that are humanly possible to make sure those things does not happen, which means trying to do all they can to make sure that the prices of food comes down, so that the common man, the common people can be able to afford it. It is sad that when I was growing up, We saw Gary. If you are drinking Gary in those days, hey, these people, they are poor, they don't have what to eat. That's why they are drinking Gary. But right now, even the rich are drinking Gary, because Gary right now is so expensive that nobody considers Gary again as a poor man's food. Gary, drinking of Gary right now, in fact, if you are able to afford Gary to drink, you have money. Because look at the price of one basin of Gary in Nigeria. Look at the prices of one cup of Gary in Nigeria. It is too bad for a country like Nigeria, an oil-producing nation, a country where people farm. If you go to Benue State, you will see that they produce different farm produce for us. But why are things expensive? It is because petrol has become so expensive that these farmers have no choice but to increase their own price. Because you will not tell them that they will sell their Gary, let's say for 20 naira, and when they go to the market to buy rice, they are buying rice at 100 naira. How are they going to get the money to buy the rice? They have to increase the price of their own Gary so that they can be able to afford rice. And the people selling rice, when they go to the market and see that meat is now 500 naira, a very small thing for 500 naira, that's if we still have meat for 500 naira. If they go to the market and see how costly and expensive meat is, and you still expect them to be selling the same amount they used to sell their rice, how are they going to be able to afford the meat? That is what is causing all this. It is like a chain reaction. Whatever is happening to the oil, as transportation is going up, every other thing is going up, because people have to make money to be able to afford other things. I heard somebody asking that what concerns oil with Gary, what concerns oil with rice, what concerns oil with school. I was trying to explain to the person, you see, if you are a business person, one of your major reasons and purpose of doing business is to make profit. If I'm selling my Gary for 20 naira and rice is now 100 naira or 150, it means I have to sell 5 cups to be able to afford, what do they call it? 1 cup of rice. And if you are selling the Gary, let's say for even 20 naira per cup, and your profit there is like 10 naira, for instance, or let's say 5 naira, how many cups will you sell to make profit? Multiply 5 for 10 naira. How many of them are you going to sell to be able to buy 1 cup of rice that is now 100 naira? Think about it. So the only thing they are going to do is to increase their own price so that they will sell less cup and be able to have enough profit to be able to afford the rice. Now, if you are going from point A to point B and the transportation before used to be 50 naira, and now you go, all of a sudden transportation is now 150, what are you going to do to your own business also to be able to get the money to be paying the transportation? Or will you continue to sell at the same old price you are selling and then use all your money, both your capital and your profit, to be paying transportation? Who does that? It does not make business sense. So people asking that what concerns fuel, oil and Gary, they should try to understand all these things. That these people, they don't eat Gary alone. They also buy other products that have become so expensive. They pick a bus and cabs to wherever they are going to. If things get expensive, they have to also raise their own price to be able to afford other things. And mind you, if these people also, their children are going to school, and the school they are going to, the people have increased their school fees, what do you expect them to do? Keep selling at the same price and use their capital and their profit to be paying the school fees? How are they going to survive? The business will collapse in just few weeks or few months. So what they are going to do is to raise their own price to be able to pay their children's school fees and afford other things. That is how it just works. So that is where the president and our leaders will have to come in and say, no, let us do something to reduce the prices of oil, the prices of fuel, the prices of kerosene, the prices of everything. Let us do all we can to make sure that, okay, dollar reduces and people can be able to import things cheaper or be able to manufacture things cheaper. We need to put all these systems in place, all these measures in place, so that everything is going to work together for our good, so that everybody will smile. It is not that fuel is going up and you expect Gary people to maintain the same price. Gary is going up, you expect people selling rice to maintain the same price. It does not work like that. It will never work like that. So stop questioning these people that have increased their own price. Let us urge the president, they should do something to stabilize our economy. They should do whatever they can to make sure that Nigeria works well again. Nigeria is bleeding. So please, let us do well to pray for our country. Let us do well to intercede for our country. And this is where I sometimes get angry with the church. I'm a believer. I'm a very strong believer. But in the Bible that I read, I know that if things like this are happening in a nation, this is where you see the prophets coming out to say, thus says the Lord, by this time tomorrow, this and that is going to happen. By this time tomorrow, that is going to happen. And the way they said it, it happens like that. But we are now in an era where a prophet will say A, B will happen. You say B, A will happen. What is going on? The church needs to rise up and take over Nigeria and take over our territories. I was listening to a message by Apostle Seman. He said that you are not free until your territory becomes free. You as a believer saying that I'm in a kingdom, I belong in a kingdom and that and that and that. You are not free until Nigeria becomes free. You are not free. Despite, regardless of how much you are making, you are not free unless Nigeria becomes free. So we need to rise up. If you read the God's General, for instance, you look at what people like John Moss said. He said, oh God, give me Scotland or I die. These are some of the things we believers need to know. These are some of the things we believers need to start doing. But we will fold our hands and do nothing and expect manna to fall from heaven and expect things to just happen. Nothing just happens like that. We must learn to move. Then God is going to move. If we move, God is going to back up our move. We must learn to do something. So please let us pray for our country, Nigeria, so that everything will work well, everything will be okay. Because right now, a lot is happening in Nigeria. We don't know the direction we are going to again as a country, as a people, as a nation. People are crying. People are suffering. A lot of people have turned to beggars. A lot of people cannot afford to eat 3 square meal. I'm even saying 2 square meal a day. A lot of people, in fact, they don't even know where their next meal is coming from. I was speaking to a friend that is a graduate and is working in a school, and they are still paying that person 25,000 naira. Who does that? Who does that? It doesn't make sense. And it is important, if you are an employee this period, try your best to increase the salaries of your workers, because people are going through a lot. People are going through so much mess. You are paying your worker 15,000 naira when things was okay. Now that things are like this, they are paying transportation and all the rest. You still maintain the same salary of 15,000 naira. No, now at least make it 20. Increase it by, if you can even increase it by 10,000 naira, do it. Do it to help them. If you have the ability and the capability to do it, or the capacity to do it, do it. Help these people. We must learn to be our brother's keeper, because right now so many people are going through so much stress in this our country we call Nigeria. So we must do all we can to try to help them, solve their own problem, to help them feed, to help them take care of themselves, so that they don't resolve to enter so they don't decide to go into crime. Because the reason why some people are going into crime is because things are too difficult. What are they going to do? Are they going to eat themselves? Are they going to watch themselves die or starve to death? So that is not an excuse for crime, because I know that God has given us a brain to think. God has given us a mind that we can use to make whatever we want to make. The Bible says that He has given us the power. That power is talking about ability. He has given us the ability, the creativity, the know-how to make wealth. So we must use it. We must use it. Thank you so much. Please do well to pray for Nigeria. Do well to pray for Nigeria. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to share the video on social media platforms. Share with your friends and loved ones. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do well to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post another video. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to you. Thank you for always stopping by to watch our video. We love and appreciate the support you have been giving us on this channel. God bless you as you have been supporting us. Thank you so much once again. I'll see you in the next one. You are blessed.